ES Audio.
Hi, I'm Rochelle Travers, and this is the Evening Standard's Tech and Science Daily. Coming up, scientific proof why laughter could well be the best medicine. Now, let's get into it. A UK air traffic control failure will be investigated thoroughly after hundreds of flights have been cancelled and delayed.
It will take some time for flights to return to normal, and we will continue to work with the airlines and the airports to recover the situation.
That's Juliet Kennedy, Operations Director at National Air Traffic Services, who posted the clip on social media. The technical glitch, which happened yesterday on Bank Holiday Monday, meant flight plans had to be input manually by controllers. NATS, the country's leading provider of air traffic control, said that it identified and remedied the technical issue, and it was working with airlines and airports to support affected flights.
Our absolute priority is safety, and we will be investigating very thoroughly what happened. Again, I would like to apologise for the impact on the travelling public and to tell you that our teams will continue to work to get you on your way as soon as we can.
There are warnings that flights in and out of the UK remain significantly disrupted, and some passengers could remain stranded for days. The government's spending £5 million on new tech to cut the number of drug deaths across the UK. There's been a record rise in drug deaths in England and Wales, while Scotland has the highest numbers per 100,000 people in its population globally.
In the UK overall, we're talking of around 2,000 plus individuals who are dying every year. And that's, 2,000 families, 2,000 members, usually middle-aged, young middle-aged men, social deprived individuals.
Professor Alex Baldacchino is chair of the Drug Deaths Consortium in Scotland and is the lead clinical advisor for the 12 research projects being funded. He told us money is being spent on tech, including artificial intelligence, to gather health data on overdoses and patients, and use that to predict when an overdose might occur and who is at the highest risk.
By using AI, we can add value to what we're already doing by identifying certain elements. And if these individuals then say, look, you have a chance that within a year you're going to have a fatal overdose. What are you going to do? How are you going to change your behavior? And that's quite a powerful message.
One of the projects receiving funds involves the use of wearable technology to detect when its wearer is suffering from an overdose before alerting health professionals. Alex told us that tech is being developed in more than just smartwatches.
It's not about just the Fitbits. The companies are also thinking about not using wrist type of technology, but using jewelry, using pendants, and using clothes, so that it will be more acceptable for the population and less visible, but hopefully more effective.
A live 8-centimetre long worm has been removed from a woman's brain in the world's first case of a new kind of parasitic infection in humans. The roundworm was still alive and wriggling when it was surgically pulled out of the 64-year-old patient's brain. The woman from New South Wales, Australia, likely caught the roundworm after collecting a type of native grass called warrigal greens beside a lake near where she lived. The parasite is known to live in the stomachs of carpet pythons, and it's thought that one must have shed the worm here through its feces. The case is unprecedented in medical history and has been documented in the Journal of Emerging Infectious Diseases. Now, it turns out that laughter really could be a medicine in a way. A new first-of-its-kind study found that laughter therapy can increase the functional capacity of the cardiovascular system, which could be especially beneficial for patients with heart disease. In the yet-to-be peer-reviewed research presented at the annual meeting of the European Society of Cardiology in Amsterdam, they found reduced inflammation and better signs of health among coronary artery disease patients who engaged in a course of laughter therapy. It's thought the treatment could cause the tissue inside a patient's heart to expand, potentially leading to increased oxygen flow through the body. Let's go to the ads. Coming up, the unexpected advantages of using baby talk with your dog, and can Mozart ease pain in babies? Why not hit rate and follow in the meantime? Welcome back. A study suggests that playing music, such as Mozart's Lullaby, as you heard there, may help ease babies' pain during minor procedures, like jabs or heel prick tests. Scientists measured the pain levels of 100 babies as part of routine screenings in New York City between April 2019 and February 2020. All were given a small dose of sugar solution 2 minutes before the procedure, while 54 of the infants were also played an instrumental Mozart lullaby for 20 minutes before, during, and for 5 minutes after it. The study, published in Pediatric Research, found that while pain scores were 0 for both groups before the heel prick, the average pain score of infants who listened to the lullaby was significantly lower during and immediately after the procedure. Blood tests will now be available in places such as barbershops, supermarkets and mosques. It's part of a new NHS scheme expanding blood pressure checks available in local communities under a major drive to prevent strokes and heart attacks. New funding as part of the Primary Care Access Recovery Plan will also see a further 2.5 million blood pressure checks in community pharmacies. And finally, a study has found that dogs actually do respond better when their owners use baby talk. Oh yes they do? Yes they do. Sorry about that. Anyway, according to a study published in the journal Communications Biology, dogs' brains are sensitive to the familiar high-pitched cute voice tone that adult humans, especially women, use to talk to babies. The study found exciting similarities between infant and dog brains during the processing of speech with such a high-pitched tone feature. It marks the first neurological evidence that dog brains are tuned to speech directed specifically at them. You're up to date. Come back at 4 p.m. for the Leader podcast from the Evening Standard. We'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. See you then.